G'day guys, Sam from the Footy Gods back with you again. Talk about our back line. Player review. Tommy Stewart is next in line. My boy, I'm a Cat supporter, so I'll try not to get too excited during this review, but we can probably rule that out because he's an absolute gun. I love him. But let's go through and look at our checklist. So, I mean, he had a pretty good season last year. We know he missed a few games due to the suspension, which hurt him. You know, only played the 17 games, 109.7, pretty solid. He's the most owned defender by a long way this year, which it does surprise me, actually. You know, obviously I'm biased, but I think he's the best defender in the game, and yeah, 40% does surprise me, but can't blame him. Can't blame him for jumping on. So let's go through and have a look at Tommy Stewart in our sides this year. So bring up our checklist here. So scoring pedigree. Let's have a look. So, sorry, let's have a Tom Stewart, SuperCoach. And we'll go through his scores. So pretty impressive. You know, for a guy that was late to the game, pretty impressive. So 109.7 last year from the 17 games, 107.6 in 2021. So bit of a breakout season in terms of reaching Uber premium status last year. 2 years ago, 107.6, and yeah, slightly increased on it in 2022. So the pedigree's there. You know, you can see in his last 4 years, the scoring pedigree is there. He's got the runs on the board. So tick from me, definitely. So his scoring potential. So we know last year he had some big games. So his biggest being the 187, which was just a dream to watch, along with a 174 and a 161, let's not forget. So 3 scores above 160. That is big. So that's a big tick for me. The ceiling is massive with Tommy Stewart. Consistency, scoring consistency. This might be his one sort of knock. You know, yep, great, 187. Yep, that's a great ceiling. Okay, yeah, 39. We know that was from an injury, but you can see he's got a 48 in there as well, as a 74. So he can drop a few low numbers. So just to be wary of that. His consistency, it's still a tick, but it's not as strong as it could be. So if there's improvement there, he could be the number 1 defender by a long way. So that's his one sort of issue that I'm a bit worried about is he does drop a 70 or a 60, 48, these sort of things every now and then. Trends. Is he trending upwards? I mean, that's an easy yes. For a guy that was late to the game, 85 in his second year, went up to just about 100 in his third, 100 in his fourth, and then he's tracked up to Uber Primo in the last couple of years. So I can't see that changing. I think that's a big tick from me. He's got the age demographic, he's 29, trending nicely. A VC or a C option? Hell yes. Hell yes he is. Great VC option because of that huge ceiling. So if he busts out 170 as a VC, you are just laughing all the way to the bank. So lock him in as a VC. As a captain, I don't feel great about it. He can deliver just a low 100. He can deliver in the 90s, 70s. So yeah, captain okay, but great VC option. Job security, yep, tick. He'll be playing every game. Probably going to be captain of the club. That would be my suggestion as a Cat supporter. Injuries, history of injuries. No, I don't believe he does. No, in 2020, he did miss with... what happened in 2020? Was that the one where he injured his shoulder? I think it was, right? Yeah. Yep. Collarbone. Yep. So he did miss a bit of a few games through that, but that wasn't really like, soft tissue, or it wasn't like a lingering thing. It was a bit of a freak injury. So, and the games he missed last year was from suspension. So, big tick there. No injury issues to be aware of. Role. There's one question mark about his role this year. We're not entirely sure. We know that the Cats have got a few new inclusions, new faces. So There might be a slight question mark there on his role, definitely. I mean, even so, I can't see it changing too much. I think it'll still be fine. So, but yeah, a slight question mark perhaps. Might have to play more accountable. We don't know. Other factors, coaching, I think that's fine. We saw how Chris Scott used him last year. Basically just the quarterback, so that's fine. Price. So, yep, he's pretty pricey, 604k, but he is cheaper than, the Sicilies and the Sinclairs of the world. So there is some value there. If he is going to be, if he can reach number one, there's definitely some value. Even like, 1 to 3. If he can maintain, let's say maintain, he's already reached it. So there is some value there, 600k, I think. Not a lot, but yep, keeper. He'll be in a team all year. Team structure, yep. So we've got to be aware when we're paying this much for a player, we've got to make sure that the structure's balanced in the back line. So it's a lot to pay, but we can build our defense around him. That's fine, and it is I think there's very little risk in this pick. If we look at his ownership, 40%, and let's have a look if we can do this. There's no ranks at the moment. That's dumb. But if you have a look after round 1, I dare say that a lot of the top coaches will be in that 40% there that own him. So very little risk in this pick in terms of being behind the 8 ball with the rest of the competition. So big tick. Let's have a look at his fixture. The Cats usually get a pretty good fixture, so let's see here. It should be pretty handy. Yeah, Bombers, Sydney, Collingwood, Brisbane Hawks, North, Freo, Giants, St Kilda, Port, Adelaide, Bulldogs. Geez, that's a pretty dream fixture. Pre-bye, they play maybe 3 teams inside the top 8, maybe 4 in 12 rounds. So that's a great fixture. They might play maybe 2 or 3 top 4 teams. Really nice. And then West Coast straight after and North Melbourne. Wow. This is a great fixture. North twice, West Coast twice. Jeez. Saints twice. Really nice fixture. So that's a huge tick. Big tick. Not that it matters so much for a half-backer, but it does make a difference, definitely. So plenty of home games. Actually, not that many home games in the first few months, but not many games outside of Melbourne. So that's good. Taggers. There may be a slight potential for a Tom Stewart tag. Considering what he did last year, teams may look to negate him in some way. Not enough to worry us, though. Not enough to sway me. So that's fine. Ownership, we spoke about that. Really highly owned. He's my team. So that was a sweetener for me to pick him. I probably would have picked him anyway. Maybe it was between him and Sicily. Maybe Doherty as well. We'll talk about Doherty in the next video. But the fact that he's a Cats player and probably the only Cats player in my team, had to go with him. Had to back him in. So he's there. Gut feel. So I'm backing my gut feel that he can improve. He can reach these heights of 113 to 115, I think. If he gets a good run at it, if he gets 23 games, he can definitely do that. With the right role, a full year, he can definitely go 110 plus. So my gut feel is he's a great pick. So I would endorse this pick. Definitely don't hesitate to put him as D1 in your team. He will pay you back in spades, has a massive ceiling, and very little risk in the pick. So, he's pretty heavily owned. So you do want to make sure, when you want to look at the ownership and think, oh, geez, half the comp own him, I may have to just, play the smart way and pick him in my team and go from there. So big tick for me, Tommy Stewart. So don't hesitate to put him in your teams and enjoy the ride. Thanks, guys. Who do you want to see next? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and you'll get notified of all the new videos we put up. Cheers.